Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Got a little bit of a story to tell you today. About noontime, me and Carol there were getting ready to eat. We hear sirens coming, and a lot of them. We can hear for, oh shit, mile and a half, 2 miles, when sirens come in here. And we stepped over at the window, and this old junk gray car goes by, doing probably 80, 90 miles an hour. 6 cop cars right behind him, just a flying. It's like, wow, that's interesting. Carol says, he'll never make the corners. I said, yes, he will. He says, they'll get him at the end of 107. So anyway, 10 minutes or so goes by, and he says, things ought to be pretty safe. Let's go see what happened, because we figured probably wherever he was at, the vehicle would still be there and things would be calm, So off we go towards Bridgeton. Got all the way up the end of 107, no sign of him, but you could see the tire marks where he'd rolled the tires when he took the corner so fast. Cops didn't leave no marks, but you could see the old junker he was driving. She was leaving a little rubber. We went right up towards the hospital. Another farm up there, George Shepherd, they're not open yet. They got just produce during the summer, but produce and corn and stuff. Jeez. We see all the cops down at the end of their field. George and his sister there were both standing there by a truck. We pulled in. Darned if he hadn't gone right out through their field, right through a great big water hole where there was water. George said the water went into the air. You see the whole thing, He would madder than hell think that somebody snuck. That guy was doing probably 50, 60 miles an hour and slid right between 2 rocks. That couldn't have been more than a foot on either side of his car. And he made it through that. But he jumped the ditch doing it. I mean, he was just flying up through there. And went out the back of the field, jumped out of the vehicle and went into the woods. And of course, there was so many cops. There had been 10 cop cars go by our house before we ever left. Like I say, we gave it a little while to cool off because we didn't want to be in the middle of a gunfight or nothing. And yeah, they had him out there in that field. They got him in the woods there and arrested him. Apparently, he robbed somebody at gunpoint over in Baldwin or something similar to that. But kind of interesting. Geez, that's the most excitement we've seen around here in a long time. But so anyway, I did clean up my mess out back. So this is where I'm at right now. I got this one here locked on. This one here I've just slid on. I got to go get a piece of key stock. And then we will roll this back like so. And I know that's lower. The back one's a little lower. There's going to be a little tension in all this when it's all together. Just the nature of the beast. I don't know if this carriage is 1/8 of an inch lower. I don't know really what's going on there. Unless you actually measure up from here as it goes by, you really wouldn't know. So, and I may do that later. Maybe there's a bearing gone in this wheel. Might have to explore this a little bit. But anyway, could just be the year that it was made too. But I'm going to go get a key stock here and we'll see how things go. Okay, went over and found a key. There we go. Now, see if we can line these up. There we go. Now, what we'll do is I'm going to go get a tape measure. We'll do some quick tape measuring, make sure we got it close. Okay, so the first one is about 4 and 13, call it 4 3/4, I guess. I'm going to call that one about 13, but this may not be exact either. This one here is About 13. Did I do that right, 13? No, that's 11/16, not 13. So there's about 1/8 of an inch difference. This one is 7/8. So we can't fix these two because they're on a shaft and it's however it's keyed. But what I will do, yeah, that's showing 12 3/16. Yeah, so according to that, this can go ahead, this one here, just about a 16th. Yep, wrong way. That right there should be it. And we will give this a little tap to get it set together. I'm not going to slot these, I'm just going to drill them and call it good. Okay. Get this one out of the way. I'm drilling these if I can get that damn thing started. There we go. Oh, yeah. So all I've got is yeah, I got 3 good marks. So yeah, I'll go drill these. Okay, let's get this stuff back together. Yeah, I've got to come out about 3/8 of an inch. Better tap that key back just a skosh. Okay. That looks like that'll work right there. Okay. I just happen to have some 5/16 grade 8 hardware, so we will throw that on there. The only thing's not grade 8's the lock washers, but that's all right. At least the nut's grade 8, so we should be able to walk them up pretty good. There we go. I need to go get the other 2 set screws also. I'll be back. Okay, we are back. Let's see what we can do here. Find out if this coupling's going to work right. And if you notice, there's a little bit of extra clearance on this one. That was a frig up on my part. It's about 12 thousandths oversized, but it's going to work. Got to keep remembering it's just a Belsaw. Well, set that there. We'll go up to the front one. Let's see what happens. I like it. So we'll get the tape measure and we'll see how things are tracking now that we've actually moved it. Get you guys going here. See what I went to. Oh, that's 2 5/8. Two and 5/8. And one we're gonna call, it's 1/8 of an inch off. Maybe I didn't have the damn thing set right. Huh. You know what I did? I've got the Yesa. I think I'm gonna make it up with those pieces though that go out here. I ain't gonna worry about it. Yeah, I didn't have the slack taken out the right way on those. I should have had them both feeding ahead, and I think I had this one feeding backwards. So the slack in the gear is what's got me screwed up a little bit. But I think it'll be all right just the same. Yeah, that one up there. Yeah, stuff's a little dry here on this. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fine. Yeah, of course this one up here I don't have the clamp on it either. But I think we're in good shape. I guess my next project is to build that clamp. That's the only thing I got left to do. Because it's obvious it's gonna move and work all right. Yeah, and I gotta make these two standoffs here to adjust it with. I can bring it right to dead nuts with that, so it'll be good. Yeah, I'll bring you back in a little while here when we get ready to do something else. Well, I went and made my standoffs, and I got one down there also. So I've just kind of set them loosely. Well, I shouldn't say loosely, they're tight, but they're not tight like as if you're going to use it. We'll back this thing up a little. I still haven't made that other strap that holds that back one down, but I will in a little bit. Probably do it tomorrow night or something. So let's take a tape measure. We'll pull this front one till it's 4. And see what she does here. Looks good right there. We'll see how close the rest of them are. You really can't set them, see this is 1/8 off, but you got to run it by the blade. This one is right on. And this one is right on. Now there could be something funky with the track when I set that one. You really have to set it by the blade as you're pushing it by the blade. And also, this has always been used as a mobile mill, which is almost impossible to keep stuff straight. I got tie rods in it, but when I get it out, I'm gonna set it up permanent. Probably take the axle out from underneath it actually. I will run it, a string down it, and I will pull these till I get it straight within like, 32nd of an inch the whole way. That's as far as the track goes. Then we'll run a carriage down by the blade, and you always have to measure off the same tooth. I'll take soapstone and mark a tooth, and every time that tooth goes by one of these, I'll set it. And that way, if there's a quirky thing, maybe this carriage right here is made a little funky. You don't know. You really don't know what's going to happen until you go with a blade. So I've got it roughed in, I guess I'd say. Anyway, we've got that done. Tomorrow we're going to work in the tomato house transplanting. Carol's brother's coming over, and it's going to be an all hands on deck. Today I did a few honeydews, cleaned up that building out there that had blown down in the snowstorm. You probably saw that on the other video. That's all gone. 2 more trips to the dump. And yeah, so tomorrow's going to be just working. And today, well, I've worked on this most of the day. I've got it where I wanted to get it today. There's still a lot of stuff to be done, but I'm real happy with the progress I've made. I've got the 2 carriages hooked together, and that makes me real happy. So anyway, keep safe, everybody. Don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.